Hey guys, today if you click that link, you're wanting to know about the small mountain town of Florissant and what the neighborhoods look like out there. So make sure you stay tuned to the end so you get all the information about living in Florissant. Hey guys, James Dean with James Dean Mountain Real Estate, and I'm one of your top brokers out here in the Pikes Peak region. If today is your first day to the channel or the podcast, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and hit that bell so you're notified every time there's a new video or a new podcast that comes out. And if you're on that podcast, make sure you check out the YouTube channel too, because sometimes it's a lot nicer to be able to see what I'm talking about, and I'll have that actually within the video, and you can see what these homes or these neighborhoods or these areas actually look like. You know, if you want to know everything there is to know about eating, drinking, where to live, where to hang out, where to work in the Pikes Peak region, then you're definitely on the right channel. So make sure you stay tuned to the end so you can figure out all the stuff that you need to know and check out all the other links down here as well. You know, I got people calling me all the time, and honestly, I absolutely love it, that are looking to move here to the Pikes Peak region. So if that fits you, make sure you give me a call, 719-304-9772, shoot me a text, or give me an email at james.dean@kw.com. I would love to be the realtor that's got your back when you move out here to the Pikes Peak region.
All right, so we're driving down Twin Rocks Road in Florissant. So Florissant's a really neat little community and city. It's set up just to the west side of Divide, and it's really filled with a lot of nice little homes in here. You can pretty much get whatever price range you want, from the 300s up to the, you know, sky's the limit basically, based on what you're looking for. But it's nice because it's not too far from Divide or Woodland Park, depending on what side of Florissant you're on. So things to remember are, you know, if you're looking at Florissant and you see a Florissant address on a home, is to make sure you look it up on the map to see where it is, because Florissant can be, you know, way out west where you're actually, you know, 45 minutes to an hour away from Woodland Park, or it could be, you know, up close, and that's where the majority of the homes are, is either off County 1 or east of that, up onto 24, and those are going to provide you the you know, the 15-20 minute drives into Woodland Park for all your essentials. So it really depends on how far away from everything you want to be, but it's a really pretty little community up in here, and this is just that road on Lower Twin Rocks Road, heading down towards County 1, because I'm heading west right now, just kind of giving you a bird's eye view of this area. And then 24 is another common area to go from Divide to Florissant on as well, taking you through the canyon, the Florissant Canyon through there, which is pretty, with lots of Druid rocks and stuff like that. So Florissant's fun to be in. You get lots of places with views, lots of places with privacy, lots of usable land, lots of mountainous type land. And the next place we'll hit up is the Colorado Mountain Estates in Florissant, which is a pretty popular community up here also. Okay, so here we are, we're in Colorado Mountain Estates in Florissant. This is a really popular neighborhood, one of the larger neighborhoods back here. Lots of different homes back and through here, and you're gonna see a lot of price points through here also. Mainly is in the 300s, 400s, and 500s. Those are pretty typical. A lot more of the 300s and 400s through here than the 500s and above, but those are pretty typical of what you see through here. So this is a really neat little neighborhood through here, pretty popular. See lots of homes through here as well, and it's just a fun place to be, because you get that, you know, out in the country mountain feel without having to pay that huge price tag that you would down in the Springs for that as well. So real neat. They've got some smaller homes and some larger ones out here too. We'll kind of get back and get you into some of these nicer homes, and so you can see these as well. So you got some pretty good sized lots also. You know, they can be anywhere from an acre plus out here, and some of them, you know, can be 2, 3, 4, or 5 acres depending on what spots you've got out here. And we're coming up, there's a nice sized home right there. It's a good looking place there as well. So some of these homes too can have some good views out to the west. Trees are spaced apart well enough so that you've got privacy from them, but you've also got the ability to have some views up here as well. Coming on up. So just some pretty spots out here in the Colorado Mountain Estates area. We'll just continue down this main road here so you can get a good view of everything. It's a nice paved road also. There's some dirt roads splitting off to the, to the left and right, some smaller ones, but the main roads are paved through here, which is great as well. And something to remember too is, the county is going to maintain these roads as far as plowing in the wintertime, and grading and taking care of all the issues with the roads themselves. But definitely something that's nice to have up through this area. You don't see a lot of that, depending on where you are. So now we're getting into a little bit of a dirt road here. So just real pretty, real private. So you can see, not a whole lot of busyness through here. It's a nice community, nice, really quiet community through here. So this is Colorado Mountain Estates in Fluorescent. So real popular community. Next we'll head over to Druid Hills. We've got some family that lives in Druid Hills. Real cool place over there too. Lots of beautiful views up there as well. Okay, before we get to Druid Hills, I just wanted to stop here in Florissant. I'm almost at the intersection. You see the car stopped up there, but this is Florissant. It's a tiny little mountain town out here, a little mountain community. They've got an Ace Hardware out here. They got a little convenience store that can get you some necessities as far as groceries are concerned, and a liquor store and a post office. And they've got a little breakfast place and another place called the Iron Tree here as well that you can eat at also. So. And then you've got the Thunderbird Inn right there, which is a locals hangout. It's a little bar there that they've got live entertainment on every now and then as well. So this is the little town of Fluorescent. It's a cute little town, and we'll go ahead and we'll start moving again, and we'll get up towards, heading towards the Druid Hills area. You'll get a chance to see a little bit of the Fluorescent Canyon. That's once these vehicles decide to start moving. So we're kind of in the heart of our tour season, and Teller County 1 is what I'm turning off of. I'm headed north on that, turning right or east on US 24, Highway 24 is what I'm turning onto. So it just came out of the Fossil Beds National Monument. That's a cool place to go hiking and stuff. The only downside about going up to the Fossil Beds and hiking is that you can't bring your dogs with you, but they've got some beautiful hikes in there. You can actually go horseback riding up in there as well, which is kind of fun too. If you've got horses and you want to get out there and ride. Oh, they've also got a feed store here in Florissant as well. So, cool little town. Just nice little necessities here. There's also on the very west side of town, there's a gas station that you can get some bison burgers at. Pretty famous for those bison burgers. Pretty good too, so definitely check that out as well. So we're headed back east on 24 here. And we'll be going up into the Fluorescent Canyon here momentarily as we head back up towards the Druid Hills turnoff up there, which is a little bit further. So, and I'll probably stop recording before we get there because you just don't want to see the entire drive. You got to come out and check it out though for sure. So lots of fun back up in here, real pretty, and some stuff about Fluorescent also. So in Fluorescent's in what's considered to be the banana belt, which some of you might have heard that on other videos or podcasts that I've done in the past. But the banana belt's an interesting place because it's a little bit drier in here. It's also a little bit warmer typically than it is in Divide or Woodland Park, and they won't get nearly as much snow, and it melts off fairly quickly as well. So this part of Fluorescent's very fascinating for that. So you got lots of these big, beautiful Druid rocks out here too. You can see the big boulders kind of popping up as we get up into the canyon itself. It's not a huge canyon, it's just kind of a fun little drive, real windy down through here on 24. So yeah, so if you're nervous about the snow or amount of snow, maybe Fluorescent's the place for you then, because you're not going to have as much here as you will in Divide and Woodland Park. It's an interesting little weather phenomena called the banana belt. Goes all the way down through Salida and different areas down through there. It's a little bit more arid, a little bit drier because of that, so you're not going to see quite as much greenery, a little bit more brown and red with the rocks and the decomposing granite, and just a completely different type of environment really than what you'll see in other places up here within Teller County. So kind of cool. Check that out. So all right, next stop will be Druid Hills. All right, we just turned off at 24 into the Druid Hills neighborhood, and I'll kind of take you up and around the loop through here. So Druid Hills is another nice little community. It's all dirt roads back in here, all maintained by the county. So hopefully it's not too loud on the microphone there. You gotta love these washboard roads. It happens with all the rain that we get up here also. So we'll kind of push up through here into Druid Hills. Pretty little communities, so typical size areas out here. You've got some 4, 5, 6 acre lots through the Druid Hills area. And your homes are gonna range from usually in the 400s. They can go all the way up into the 800s very easily through here, depending on the size of the home and the type of home that you do have. But it's a really pretty little neighborhood. Homes are spaced out well. You've still got easy access into Woodland Park, as well as into Colorado Springs. It's very commutable down into there. So we'll kind of get up in here and we can get some views on some of these homes. And a lot of these homes have some gorgeous views too. Some absolutely gorgeous views through here. So we're kind of pushing up through into Druid Hills, and this is still in that banana belt area. You can tell, I mean, just look at the grass. The grass is a little bit browner. You don't see nearly as much as you do in Divide or Woodland Park. A little bit more arid. They still have aspen trees out here, but a lot more ponderosa pines are sitting out here as well. So kind of a cool little area that we've got set up. You got some nice mountain rustic homes up through here that keep it fun. Yeah, there's one of my favorite homes up in here. Nice log cabin, log home up here. We're kind of up on this hilltop. So it's named Druid Hills because of all the Druid rocks that you can find around through here as well. Real pretty homes back through here. So kind of push in. And you can see how these homes are all spaced apart really, really well. So they've got nice spacing on them. They're set up to be nice and private. They got some of them got some good views of Pikes Peak through here too, and I'm hoping that we're going to get a chance to see that here in a minute. Yeah, we should. Yep, here comes Pikes Peak around from the left. Hopefully the trees aren't going to block it too bad. Just nice areas, real nice folks through here also. This is just a nice, quiet neighborhood as well. You get all kinds of different viewpoints and privacy in your home, and just a real nice area through here. And then Pikes Peak it's going to be hidden by the trees, unfortunately. As we come around, we kind of get down here to finish off the loop. But this is Druid Hills, another nice place. We get homes through here pretty regularly as well. Not quite as big as Colorado Mountain Estates, but a nice area. They've also got a lot of places up in here on Manchester between 24 and Lower Twin Rocks. It's a pretty nice area as well. That you can check out too. And there's the Twin Rocks feature up there. It's kind of the backside of it, so you can't really see it, but those big Druid rocks up there also. So, all right, well, if you're interested in this area, just let me know, and we can take a look at these as well.
Okay guys, well, we just went through the entire Fluorescent videos, and I'll have more that I'll add to it later on, but these are the primary areas that people live within the Fluorescent, Colorado area. And it's another common area that people will commute all the way down to Colorado Springs with, or into Woodland Park as well. So I hope you enjoyed all the videos out here. Once again, this is James Dean with James Dean Mountain Real Estate. Make sure you give me a call, shoot me a text, 719-304-9772, or shoot me an email at james.dean@kw.com. I'd love to have your back when moving out here to the Woodland Park area.